My name is James Hermes, and this is my kayak I like to call Slaughterpocalypse. On November 15th, 2014, I launched from Hoover Dam with the intention of kayaking the Colorado River 330 miles south to where it abruptly ends at the Morelos Dam on the U.S.-Mexico border. Along this trip, I got to witness a shoreline with an ever-changing personality on a constantly shrinking river. I went on this trip because I wanted to see what the river had to show me and what I could learn from it. And one thing I can definitely say is this river's one hell of a teacher. This is my story paddling the lower Colorado River. The day I launched from Hoover, I was joined by my mom, Vicki, and a couple of friends, Jeff Boyd and Rick Beach. They would be going with me for the first 12 miles and taking out at Willow Beach on Sunday morning. We had all day and night to take in one of the most gorgeous places on this river, Upper Black Canyon. Jeff, you're in Black Canyon, and you're filming me, I'm filming you. The weather, the company, and the canyon itself made for a spectacular first day of this trip. But this part of the story wouldn't be complete without introducing you to one of Jeff's inventions, what we call the Black Canyon Cheese Puff Candle. Cheeto candles. How many did you make? 3?
3 candles, 2 wax and 1 Cheeto.
We're now about 40 to 45 minutes into lighting the Cheese Puff Candle, and it's still going pretty good. Cheese Puff Candle.
Cheese Puff power.
Cheese Puff power. We are an hour and almost 10 minutes into the burning of the Cheese Puff Candle. It's still burning. Ain't much life left in it. But for that hour, we had cheesy puff greatness. On Sunday morning, the weather was a little less cooperative. We had a 20-mile-per-hour tailwind that helped push us into Willow Beach, but it was also blowing us all over the river. The wind will be a recurring feature of this trip.
Baby duckies!
Rick paddled on ahead of us to the takeout on Saturday afternoon. With bittersweet feelings, Willow Beach marked the end of the journey for Jeff and Vicki. The pull of the river is almost tangible. I think that, on some instinctual level, we have a need to just keep going. I don't know if it's a feeling of unfinished business, plain curiosity to see what's behind the next turn, or a feeling of serenity that a river can instill in us. Either way, every paddler knows the worst part of a trip is the takeout.
Okay, well hopefully that didn't happen.
Leaving Willow Beach. From here on, a couple of friends, Helen Howard and Terry Gerber, would be joining me for the next 3 days and 54 miles down to Davis Dam at the bottom of Lake Mojave. Helen put in at Willow Beach, and Terry would eventually meet up with us on Monday morning.
I do this for the all citizens of tacos of the great state of Mexico.
All right, fool. Have a good time.
Jeff, here's your Cheese Puff Frosty the Snowman, former Frosty the Snowman candle burning in honor of your Frosty the Snowman. To answer to this occasion, I will come right here with Ellen with a nice shot as much as I can with the candle. And
And we're going to sing Frosty the Snowman for you. Ready? Frosty the Snowman was a candle, ended up as a candle.
Jolly soul.
What she said.
He could laugh and play.
And what she said.
Frosty
The snowman was and he ended up as a candle.
Yeah. It's a very, very nice candle, Jeff. I think it's absolutely spectacular. And it's warm. I'm holding my camera on it and my hands are getting warm, so that's really kind of nice. Thank you.
Jeff, you are a genius. You combined Frosty the Snowman and cheese puffs with flammable material. You are the man. You are the man.
Really, thank you. Really a special, special evening for us here at Burro Wash.
There's Terry way over there. I'm gonna have to zoom in on him. We're waiting for Terry.
Good morning. Okay.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good walls, other places with bright shiny faces. Good morning to you. You got a song back?
I take it that wind was pretty tough for you, huh?
Nah.
Okay, yeah, I was kind of figuring when I saw it, I said, yeah, it might be them. I better check out for it. So, cool.
Well, we saw you when you came around the corner, so
Cool.
we've been watching.
Yeah, we couldn't deny camping at the best spot along between here and El Dorado anyways.
Yeah, well, that's good. Good, that means I can paddle with you more.
Exactly.
I like
There
that.
you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
As we exited Black Canyon into the more open waters of Lake Mojave, the scenery remains spectacular. As long as your finger isn't over the camera lens, I think it's impossible to take a picture that can't be featured on a postcard. What? Is it? We are really close. We are pretty close. Yes, ma'am. One thing Lake Mojave is well known for are the big wind-driven rollers that can make you think you're on a roller coaster. Some of the waves that day were 4 feet high, but most were only averaging about 3 feet. We took a short break and Helen made the decision to take out early when we reached Cottonwood Cove. The high wind and waves were creating hell on our wrists. Terry and I could understand, but we sure didn't like it. Helen was our most experienced paddler on our team, as well as a bit of the heart and soul. I've heard it mentioned several times that it's important to know your limits and when to pull out early so you can paddle another day. That's a lesson I would have to relearn a few times further down the river. It's like the gauntlet, but going south. This is the calmest water we've had in like 4 hours. I've made it to Mexico!
That's a ride.
That was a ride, all right.
No wonder I don't rodeo anymore. Oh, I'm still riding.
Well, you have 40 miles done. 41 miles done.
240 miles done. But who's counting?
But who's counting? Yes.
We're going to figure out what we're going to do this afternoon. That one's getting dangerous.
Yeah, well, what I would do is it's still manageable.
Yeah, it is.
Go down for a while, keep reading it.
You've got,
And then
you've got a big bay
Yeah.
with a whole bunch of beaches
Yeah.
all the way down on the Nevada side.
That's how, yeah, we'll stay on that.
Oh, we're staying on the Nevada side, yeah.
So
It's established.
a situation that's,
Best lunch we've had all week. Alright. Cheers.
From the wilderness back to the wilderness.
There you go. Cheers. We're leaving Cottonwood Cove. Minus Helen. Blows. This trip's going to be half as fun and suck 5 times more because she's not here. Howdy! Yeah, we're good, man. We're just saying howdy. We're just saying hi. This is not the type of company we thought we'd see today. That is cool. I know, that was amazing. Pop one elbow down and look at you like this. Here's the wide part of Lake Mojave that we just came down. We're coming out right just where it narrows, and over there when we were on the water we could see where the kind of bottlenecks in and gets skinny all the way down to Davis Dam. We're probably 14 miles from Davis Dam at this point. We did about 18 miles today, and we've had a good 15 to 20 mile an hour north wind that pushed us along, and we got those famous Lake Mojave rollers. Some of them were 4 feet. There were points where Helen and Terry saw me out ahead and they could see my head, but just my head between the swells, and it was a pretty good ride, but it pushed us along. And we came in here, we paralleled the really long beach that goes along this area, and we had the waves coming perpendicular to us as we were kind of hugging the shoreline about 50 feet out from the shoreline on the beach and tossing us up, and after a while it just went from a chore and watching it to just there and fun. Here's Terry cooking dinner.
That's right. Best chili on the river.
This will get us back quick.
That's right. Extra bean power.
Extra bean power. Both with meat, beans, and without.
Right. And have a little protein with the gas, you know.
We'll be bodybuilding and going into orbit.
All right. For those headwinds tomorrow.
For those headwinds tomorrow, the Terry predicts will be
50 miles an hour.
50 miles an hour,
Yeah.
even though the weather band says under 10. But because we're having beans, it'll be 50 miles per hour.
That's right.
Das Boots. Look at the mountains. Huh?
Beautiful.
Yes. Here we paddle to the great Cottonwood Island, home of the sirens. Entering the Narrows, we will find cyclopses, cows, and a dam. And quite possibly water. Somewhere there's water.
only 2 miles from the dam. And there's Catherine's Landing, way over there. Coming up on Davis Dam. Coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up. There it is! This is what it looks like from the other side. Hold on, hold on. Bam! Am I in Mel Mexico? I got, all right, I'll keep on going then. Yes. Davis Dam. I made it down to the tri-state area. That's Arizona. That's California. And that's over there's Nevada. As in 3 states. There's the I-95 bridge and I am in Needles, California. There's the Needles Towers up there, and just ahead is Topak Gorge. I'll be going through there tomorrow. And so far I have paddled probably about 38.5 miles, and I'm only maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes out from Park Moabi, and I'm trying to beat the sun down. Get the gear, get it organized, and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow I go through Topak Gorge, and I end up one of the boating campsites just south of Thompson Bay, south of Havasu City. Tomorrow's about a 27-mile day. We got a nice 14 miles less than this, but it's Lake Havasu, no current, but this is what I signed on for. Cheers. Pirate Bay Cove, part of Park Moabi. And there's a bird. I'm about to pass underneath the Cha-Cha train tracks, and then the I-40 bridge, and then a pipeline, and then something that looks like a cheap version of the St. Louis Arch. I'm about to enter the mysterious Topak Gorge, named after a mispronunciation of Tupac Shakur, the deceased rapper who now lives on at the Coachella Music Festival as a hologram. It almost looks like a hologram. On through Topak.
I am now at Blankenship Bend in Upper Lake Havasu. And the spring breakers that come over and party, and they call it the sandbar. People coming over here to expect to find a bar get sand in their drink. Blankenship Bend. This would be powerboat number 9. And the powerboats are getting bigger and the wakes are getting bigger. I am definitely getting closer to main part of Havasu. Here comes the boat wake. Let's go turn into that a little bit. Bounce, 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 bounce. Okay, head south, young man. About 4:20 and I decided to take advantage of the good weather and come in while I could, but here's where I'm camping and here's my home for the night. I'm out of here early in the morning and punch it to Parker Dam. It'll be my 3rd dam out of 6 I get to Portage. So, dam. Otherwise, I'm gonna have some dinner turn in. There's sunrise, and that's south where I'm heading. 16 miles to go to Parker Dam. Gonna punch it. Hopefully before any wind picks up. Here we go. Alright. On to Parker Dam. Good morning to you, good morning to you. We're all in our places with bright shiny faces. Something else I can't remember the words to. Good morning to you. Over to Parker Dam to go launch down a cliff, and we're driving along. Wind south of us is blasting at probably 25 to 30 miles an hour, so it's pretty calm through here. But the further south I go today along the Parker Strip, the funner it's gonna get. And road closed. It is Sunday, November something, and I'm standing toward the base of Parker Dam. There's Slaughter Apocalypse. Here's my little brother Yo, little brother Yo there that was kind enough to take pity on this dirtbag kayaker brother of his to move him around the dam. Trailer we brought Slaughter on. There's Parker Dam, and we get to go down that to get the kayak down there, a little bit ahead of us. I launch out right before the gates here, but we get to lower the kayak down this ravine. This is the best launch site we can find closest to the dam.
This blows. You good? Okay, I'm gonna take you down low because we've got a tamarack tree branch right here. All right. Okay. All right, let me bring it out and swing it around. Great site right here. Go. Parker Dam. Third dam on the river. 4 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. And I'm going down the Parker Strip. What? I thought it went through. Went down the wrong damn channel and it dead ended. Come on, you big bitch. Stupid kayak. I want adventure, he says. Go kayak the Colorado River, he says. Then he kayaks the Colorado River. And he's going, what did I do to you, river, to punish me? That would be the first dumb decision I made. The first one would be getting in the boat. It just goes downhill from there. Ladies and gentlemen, Headgate Rock Dam, and over there a boat ramp and Blue Water Casino, my takeout. I am reached and paddled the Parker Strip. I am now ballpark halfway down the Colorado River for the Bow South expedition, and I'm not ready for it to be even half over. But today was a tough paddle with that wind, and I didn't know it was going to have headwind, tailwind, or side wind, but it's all good. Enjoying the hell out of myself, but today was a workout. Are put in for Head Rock Gate right there in the background. There's Slaughterpocalypse, and I'm going to end up eddy hopping from there over on those reeds over there, all the way to the gate, little ways up. Not the gate of the dam, but the gate that says don't go any further or we'll shoot you. And then follow that flow down south past that bridge and all the way to Mexico.
For some tacos, eh?
For some tacos, eh? Headgate Rock Dam. Paddled up half a mile to it. And I'm coming up to the sign, and I'm gonna peel away. Bow south to Mexico. All right, dude. I'll see you down the river.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Big time.
Got you some nice shots, too.
Look forward to seeing them, man. Email them to me, the rods, if I may. So that was Mexico, isn't it? Wow, it's getting big out here. I love it when the river turns the wrong direction. This is like being on Lake Mojave, or this is like being on Lake Mojave or Havasu. Whitecaps like crazy. The river's turned due west. The wind's coming at me like crazy. Here we go again. These are steep and close. Wow. This is insane. I have no place to take out. I think today I'm going to nickname the Crucible. I had big chop half a mile ago. So I came around the corner with the rollers hitting where the river suddenly turned to the south, and then quickly arced over this way, and it came across this way. I had big chop, as big as I had in Parker yesterday. And that wind was blowing from all directions. I'd have a headwind, side wind, tailwind, kind of like today. This is tight. Oh, and I'm trying to battle the sun to go down. Oh, it didn't get much better than this. And I got whitecap straight up. If I can make my campground at Twin Palms Resort, it's definitely going to be after dark. I'm barely making any progress. At least I'm making some. This has been a wild ride. And I think I'm on the loop-de-loop of the roller coaster now. This river will test you. You want to earn its respect, it will continually challenge you. You can love it and say you're being one with it, but you got to know all facets of it. You got to know, wow. You got to know its might as well as its gentleness. Things are starting to even out a little bit. Getting a little bit of wind shelter, but unfortunately that means I got to put up a chop around the corner. It'd be wise to go wide on this. And just deal with the rollers. It's all part of the adventure. This has been my favorite section of river today. Just this 35 miles between Head Rock Gate, or Rock Head Gate, and Paladin Bridge Reversion Dam, which by my campsite will be 8 miles south of me. If I can make my campsite tonight, I'm getting close. That sun's going down. It's so much to take in. This river. There's things that happened to me 4 days ago that's still sinking in. It's a 2-week trip, and it's going to be probably sinking in for years. It sure as hell, at this point, is not my last river trip on this river. I don't know if I'm going to do quite the endurance I've done. What the future holds. All I know is right now, and the time I get to treasure with this baby, as much as she's punishing me. And the winds aren't as bad, and I'm coming up on the corner. I'll turn south and the waters will calm down. Absolutely magical. My arms feel like lead weights. Absolutely magical. And we turn the corner. fight. River wanted to throw a curveball at me, and now we have calm water. It's not a victory. It's not a test. It just is. And I am amazed. Today it's Monday, the second half of the expedition, just starting the second half. I launched from Morelos Dam this morning, a little later, a whole lot later than I should have, and I only had to cover 38 miles today to get down to Twin Palms Resort, and it's only about maybe 2.5 miles that way, but by the time I would have got there, it would have been too dark on a section of river I don't know, so I had to look for a strip of beach and park it, and it looks like I'm fairly isolated here, so I don't have to worry about any banjo players coming over in a canoe and haunt me or anything like that. But you know, I'm not real happy with the stretch of beach. It's a bit windy. There's cattails right there. You can see where the water levels come up. I'm hoping the river stays low tonight, otherwise I'm kind of screwed. I've set up my tent. I've got stuff drying out on the kayak, and by the tent I'm gonna bag my food up. I'm gonna cook a dinner that doesn't require much water because one of my black dromedary, my 10-liter, busted open, and it leaked almost all the water. I left Parker this morning with 5 gallons of water, and I have maybe 1.25 gallons. And what stinks is that I think a couple of the campgrounds up ahead have busted wells, so it's going to get real interesting. I really don't want to filter the river water here because of all the farm runoff, but do what I got to do. Hopefully my little idea here works, is that along here, the edge of the river down there, I've got tent stakes, silver tent stakes I set up because there's no rocks, I have no access, but silver tent stakes spaced out evenly up to the tent. And when it gets to that one, the water level goes to there, I better pack my boat in a damned hurry. So I'll be waking up every couple of hours to check it. That's what I'm doing right now. That's the night. Today was a tough run just because of the weather and everything. It seems like everything I've learned in the last 10 days, all the little challenges I had every day, all came into play today. It was pretty rough. Trip's fun. All's good. Bitch of a challenge, but it's worth it. Okay, let's hope I got a good camera angle here. It's 2:30 in the morning. I woke up about 1. That's when I set my alarm, and the water has risen significantly. One of my silver stakes, my second one, underwater right there. It's just a couple of feet into the river now. So, as I said, this could be considered or I don't know if I said it yet, this could be considered a low point of the trip, but, oh, you know, I took a lot longer packing the kayak than I should have, because I'd pack and then stop for a while and just look, because I don't have a camera good enough to catch the scene, but I can just describe it as that the wind is still, it's cold, but the wind is still, the river is calm, the waters are calm, big difference from yesterday, and I'm looking at the full reflection of Orion on the water. Absolutely gorgeous night. I don't see it as a low point, I just see it as just another curveball, and you just roll with it. This stuff's bound to happen, and loving it. Loving this. I guess Monday blues is Monday fun. It's cold. It's 33 degrees. The sun's coming up. Not soon enough. And here I found in my campsite a stupid dirtbag kayaker with a little fire going in a tin can. Sun, glorious sun. sun that will dry things out. Sun that brings things like shadow, high shadow. Sun that will do things like dry out my gear because my socks are stiff from being frozen. Frozen by cold. Glorious sun will cure all those things and warm the earth. Glorious sun. I'm getting off this godforsaken beach. Thanks for the shelter too. Ladies and gentlemen, the Palo Verde Diversion Dam. The fourth dam I've had to portage on this lovely trip. I have pulled into the Palo Verde Diversion Dam. Found about the only workable place that's kind of close to the portage. And I'm doing my deck bag right now, and I'm essentially, get it the right way, essentially taking everything and throwing it up here and emptying the kayak. Next sport I take is gonna be fucking golf. I have portaged all my gear in the kayak because of that big cork in an elephant's ass called a dam.
This is what I look like after a really bad night's sleep, consisting of two 2-hour naps, paddling, I don't know, 12 or 14 miles. Not a lot of food, which I should have taken time to eat, and portaging Palo Verde Diversion Dam. I'm going to sit here for a little while. I'm tired. Then I've only got 8 miles to go meet Helen at Mayflower Park. But first I have to load the kayak again and go down the river. That is incidentally noticeably much smaller. The canal that the diversion dam goes into looks bigger than the river is now.
Bye-bye, Palo Verde Diversion Dam. It has not been a pleasure. Off we go to Mayflower Park. This river has definitely changed. I'm south of Palo Diversion Dam. I would say a third of the flow is gone. It's acting more like the shallowness when I was launched from Head Rock Gate at low water. And The scenery hasn't changed much, but it's Tuesday now. I should be hitting Imperial Dam Saturday morning. Just a couple miles ahead. I know the river. I've been down it all the way down to almost Imperial Dam. I am in familiar waters now. Waters I've been in many times. And the greatest thing is I've got 4 days of no dams. I see Mayflower Park, and I'm actually going to pick a campsite before dark. Yay!
Had some people camp next to me overnight, and absolutely probably some of the nicest people I've met on this trip so far. They were awesome, and it turns out that we're both from India. And she's a massage therapist, and you know, I told her what I do. We know some of the same people, you know, so it's a small world, and we're only about 150 miles east of India, which is my hometown where I live. So it was a nice conversation, and it turned out, you know, I had a sore back and everything from yesterday. It turns out she's a massage therapist, and she goes, hey, you know what? I like what you're doing. Can I work on you a little bit? And so that ran me about an hour late this morning, amongst other things that run me late, but totally worth the wait. That was awesome. That was exactly what I needed. I was thinking yesterday, man, I'd love to have a masseuse or something, and all of a sudden, boom, there one is. And I was running short of water yesterday, and you know, Helen texts, hey, I can bring you some water. I'm like, I am living proof that the good Lord watches out for the idiots.
Yeah, I'm about 2 miles south of Mayflower County Park. Great visit, and the river is so bloody low. It's more of the same I've been putting up with the last few days. Sandbar, sandbar, sandbar. I think I'm going to go over and have me a drink at the sandbar. No. That is... I'll sink up to my freaking calves in this. Almost deep enough. And we are in deep water. We're off. That could have been not good. I have reached the I-10 bridge. Home is 100 miles due west. And to celebrate getting to the I-10 bridge, I get some action in the river. So this ought to be fun. Whirlpool. That's the most play I've had all day. I've always loved this part of the river. Plus, it's a little bit fun. I have arrived at McIntyre Park. Lunchtime. And quite possibly a candy bar, if the store's open.
Well, coming down here, the Arizona side of the river was almost a complete constant hum of sandrails and quads and dirt bikes. And after being on the river for almost a couple of weeks now, with the exception of passenger cars, the only thing, I don't trust anything with a motor that is designed to go fast on water or land, or dirt right now. So I'm pretty leery. There's people camped over on the opposite bank, over on the Arizona side in the marina, McIntyre. And I was going to go down to the boating camps where Carrizo watched near the Palo Verde and Taco Hills, but I don't need those guys riding in the middle of the night and coming up on my campsite and running me over. So I'm only gone 16 miles a day, but I decided to play it safe, and I'm going to camp here tonight. And that means tomorrow, Thanksgiving, when I thought I was going to have a short day and do a nice dinner, it means I've got to go 45 miles tomorrow to make it all the way down to 4S or paddle wheel wind over at Picacho State Recreation Area. So tomorrow's going to be a long day.
Well, it's nighttime and I decided to stop at McIntyre Park, and the Arizona to the side of the river is just humming even after dark with off-roaders. And you know, to have this river and have it be so quiet for so much stretch of the trip, and you know, learning its nuances and appreciating that quiet and hearing the geese talk at night, and coyotes howl and owls hooting, even last night at Mayflower. And then all of a sudden they're shooting off fireworks over there, and you can probably hear them in the background with the generators going, and you know, civilization's coming knocking out in the desert. It's Thanksgiving Eve.
You need help? Okay, man. Oh, I know, I scraped on it. I had to walk my kayak through there yesterday. This is Horsemiller County Park, site of a old, ancient, primitive boat launch and site of a ferry crossing, where people would ferry from over there to over here across the water, the river, in the Old West. This consisted of Tinkerbell spraying her pixie dust on the Conestoga wagons and then floating across the river and landing over here. Hence the term for in the Old West for the term for the Old West, the Magical Kingdom.
It's sunrise and I'm about to head out, and my goal for today is Ferguson Lake, or Fisher's Landing by Lake Martinez. I'll be passing through Picacho, which has been a highlight. I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for a little bit of natural river, and that's the longest natural stretch of river left on the lower Colorado that has been altered. It's sunrise at Walter's Camp. This is the old river channel right here. The river used to be flow through here, but it was channelized back in the 60s by the U.S. Bureau of We Know Better, and it doesn't. A person I talked to here last year, talking to me about the river and lived here a long time, said that the river does what the river wants to do. It's my last full day of the expedition. I'm hearing the birds sing. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning. The air is still. I've got a mix of emotions about being the full day. I'm ready to pull out. I'm ready. I don't know what I'm going to see when I hit the Imperial Dam tomorrow. I'm kind of ready for this to end, but I really want it to keep on going. I'm enjoying the hell out of it, even with all the crappy parts. But I got to do 35 miles today. You know, and I was just reflecting this morning on some of the lessons learned about this trip. Things like, and I'm going to probably have to edit this down, things like get ready for the next day, the day before, or the little things will run you late. There's always that one thing you forget that screws up the plan, the flow, but you go with it. Set a goal every day, but be willing to compromise. A warm set of stinky clothes is better than a thin pair of dry clothes on a cold morning. One of the things, the main lesson I've learned is, no matter how busy you are, because, you know, when you get into camp, you think you're going to be bored for the evening. No, you're busy doctoring your hands, repairing equipment, getting stuff ready for the next day. It really isn't a slow time, but no matter how busy you are in your day, take the time. This is one of the things that runs me late in the morning, is I got to stop and take the time to look at a gorgeous setting like this. But I've always loved sunrises, and you just can't beat the beauty of the dynamics of nature's painting. Oh, this is cool.
Amazing. Just as I'm launching, this bank of steam started coming off these reeds and was drifting in front of my boat. Like I'm getting a river's version of a fireworks salute. Last full day, last section, what can still be called a river. That's incredible. The sandbar stretches damn near the width of the river, and I'm having to walk my boat across it. And it's like walking a puppy dog who refuses to let its owner ride it. Come on, come on. Ah, I don't want to carry you. I hate you, sandbar that stretches the width of the river almost. I am just barely able to float. I just got to make it over here to the extreme Arizona side. Deeper water! Deeper water! Yay! On to Picacho! And Mexico! No, Wilson, don't float away. No, I'll miss you, Wilson. No, don't go away, Wilson. I need you to drink from. You can go anywhere. How will you can't drive to it? My boating. Had to get the hell out of the way of a power boat and scooch up onto a sandbar because the guy was not being nice. Well, they're finally going to leave me alone. This guy's been following me for half a mile cut in front and back. Not real close, but they've been turning up the water like mad. The closer I get to Yuma, the more I've been dodging power boats, and I am as ballpark 30 miles from Morelos Dam, 10 miles from Imperial Dam. And my turnoff is right over here to Ferguson Lake, where I'll be camping for the night. Here I'm at Ferguson Lake, made the turn right there. Absolutely gorgeous, and then I was looking for a campsite, and a powerboat literally peeled around the corner, ripped up the lake, and ripped down the lake. I came in, I found peace, it was gorgeous, and then this is supposed to be a no-wake lake, and dude had to follow me in and create fun. Let's screw with the kayaker. It's like I keep on getting slapped in the face by these guys.
This is Fisher's Landing on a Friday night at Thanksgiving weekend. If you're ever going to go kayak the entire Colorado River and you're going to take out Imperial Dam on Thanksgiving weekend, don't do it on Thanksgiving weekend. This place has been humming. It's quiet at the moment. My plan was to spend the night at Ferguson Lake where there's free BLM camping, but every place there was taken up, every space, and everyone there looked like they should be auditioning for Deliverance. So I tried Lake Martinez Resort, which all the guides and calls ahead of time said that they have tent camping. They don't have tent camping. So I came over to lovely Fisher's Landing, which I've been to before. Has great food. I'm looking forward to the dinner, but there's a reason why tent camping here is only $5 a night. I've got my tent pitched underneath the tamarisk tree about 2,000 feet from the boat launch. They suggested I carry my kayak over here. The kayak weighs 70 pounds, and I don't want to relive Portage and Palo Verde Diversion Dam, so it's tied up over by the boat launch and kind of shoved underneath the dock a little bit so it's hidden, and grandfather willing, it will be fine in the morning. I talked to a little guy who's lived here since the dinosaurs. He says, I leave my car unlocked and my keys in the truck unlocked, so took him at his word, and it is kind of a vote of confidence. Otherwise, I'm going to go have some dinner, and it's been an interesting day, and it's the last night of my time on the river. What a night. Too many people. It's Saturday morning, day 16 of the expedition. 2 weeks ago today, I launched from Hoover Dam, and I am within 30 miles of the Mexican border. I woke up this morning at Fisher's Landing. This place never gets quiet. People party until about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then it still gets noisy with all the coots and the geese and the ducks out here at the boat launch. I'm here next to Slaughter, and there's Slaughter Apocalypse, where I've tied him up overnight. Everything's in place, everything's go. All I gotta do is load him up, head down. I've got 10 miles to Imperial Dam, and then I get as close to that as I can. Then I head up to Senator Wash at Squaw Lake to take out. Meet my support crew there this morning. We have a designated time. Hopefully I don't have to fight power boats this morning all the way down like I did yesterday, just getting over here. And tomorrow, hopefully by noon, I will be in Mexico. So, let's do it.
I don't know if that's a turn off to All-American Canal or what's going on, but I am damn near to Imperial Dam and a powerboat. Ladies and gentlemen, Imperial Dam. The 15 billionth dam I've hit on this river. Now I have to turn around and get out of the current so I don't get sucked into the All-American Canal. Imperial Dam. Laguna Dam after that. And then on to Mexico. Senator Wash boat ramp. I take out to go around Imperial.
Just loaded up Slaughter Apocalypse in the car. It's all strapped up and ready to go. And now we're getting ready to start the dam portion of this trip. 2 dams in one day, Laguna and Imperial. Not in that order. And off we go.
There's Imperial Dam, and I'm walking the road, hopefully not trespassing, looking for a place to put in. Yep. I'm walking my kayak across the bridge on a dolly, across the river, to the greatest launch site I have had this whole trip. Ready? 2, 3. Okay. Mock on the Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen, Imperial Dam. Just on the other side of that a couple hours ago. This mighty river that I launched from 2 weeks ago at Hoover is now barely, what is this, 150 feet wide, maybe? Coming up on the turn, the arc to Laguna Dam. Laguna Dam built in 1908 to 1912 by the Laguna people of Spain de Francoland, designed to dam the Colorado River so that they may grow dunas. I'm running out of dam jokes. Damn it.
Day 17 of the expedition, the last day. I will be kayaking to Morelos Dam. I'll be launching in just about an hour and a half when the sun rises at a little bit below the base of La Jolla Dam, where I took out yesterday, and making the final 15-16 mile push down to Morelos Dam. I am a little nervous despite the wind, the cold, the harassment from some of the power boaters a couple days ago and yesterday. Despite everything I've been through the last 2 weeks, this is the day I'm nervous about. I am essentially kayaking into Mexico today and then straddling the border for about a mile. There's a rock weir 1 mile up from Morelos Dam that stretches the width of the river, that hopefully the water flow is high enough today that I will be, a motorcycle going by, that I'll be able to easily go over. If not, I'm going to have to portage it, and it's not an easy portage. It's going to be up sheer rock wall a couple places from what I can tell with that on Google Maps. I called the U.S. Border Patrol office about half an hour ago, let them know, hey, kayaker coming in, what I'm doing. They do expect my call. I contacted them several weeks ago about this. When I reach the I-8 bridge, I call them up and I let them know a timetable that I will be pulling into the dam, and I pull up to the dam, shoot some pictures, and it's over just like that. Head home, back to Indio. So, mixed feelings, but nervous about today. I'm sure it'll all be good. Grandfather's watched over me incredibly, humblingly, the last couple of weeks. I just need one more time for this idiot. And I'm hoping this will be ranked as the 10,000th stupidest thing I've ever done, not in the top 10.
Okay, slide. All right, she's in the water. She's got the kiss of the Colorado. All right. I'll paddle as close as I can to the chute, and then I'll head down. Figure about 3 hours, maybe 3.5 down. You'll follow me in the spot. It should be good. Back on my river. I'm heading north as far as I can to Laguna Dam. Alright, Slaughter, it's on. It's very shallow and getting very swift through here. I'm going to do what I can. Alright, Hail Bronc. Let's shoot a River Bandito video.
I am the River Bandito. And my nachos, horchata, my couscous and spaghetti is damn good. You get it? Because right over there, that top, whoop, that's Laguna Dam right there. I ain't got more damn jokes. It's another dam for a River Bandito to cross. But on to Mexico.
confluence of the river. Pretty cool. See that mountain right there? That mountain right there in the distance? That's in Mexico. Ah, river wants to throw some more stuff at me. I'm getting a nice headwind. God, I hope that had on video. I just went down that. That was a rush. That is the Rock Weir. I am 1 mile from Morelos Dam. What a rush. Oh, that was awesome. I don't think I have that on video, but God, that was cool. Oh man, that was awesome. I went right down that slot right there. Didn't know there was a drop, did the drop, yelled something not pretty, recovered, didn't even barely swamp, but man, that was cool. I was thinking of portaging that sucker, but I just said pick the V and just go for it. Oh, that was badass. United States, Mexico. United States, Mexico. United States, Mexico. I am half a mile from Morelos Dam. That's the United States, mostly. That's definitely Mexico. I can hear car alarms off in the background and quads. And I'm coming up on something. I do believe I see the finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, Morelos Dam. Morelos Dam. I'm talking to you from Mexico. It's a long distance conversation. Hope you have a prepaid card. This part of me's in Mexico, this part of the kayaks, this part's in the United States. Make up my mind. River left. God bless America. Boom! Booyah! 340 miles, Colorado River. Now whenever I get a chance, I want to finish that other 90. To the Sea of Cortez. Booyah!
We're rigging the boat. Whatever the hell's going on back there, they're talking about tamales.
Well, the preacher shared his breakfast and shivered as he spoke. He said things are getting harder and my spirit's almost broke. Now I used to work for miracles and live for signs of grace. Now I'm praying for my soup and I'm just trying to hold my place.